How is everyone? Are we awake?
Yeah.
What time is it? 2:30? 2:45? I don't even know. It's not an easy process to go against the grain of society, as we know. I would like to consider myself a rebel, a visionary, and an entrepreneur. So I want to really bring that energy to the city. So, the glow up. So we have a room full of entrepreneurs. I'm sure many of you can relate to that guy. Yes? Yeah, so some days we want to quit. Some days we might be in tears. Some days we might be super happy. And some days we might not be able to get out of bed. That is the life of an entrepreneur. That guy, his name is Dale, and he is one of my GLO crew members. Amazing dancer, visionary, just all around beautiful light of a person. So building from the inside out, who has heard of the term the glow up? Raise your hand. Hi. So the process of the glow up, as we can see here, the Urban Dictionary defines it as an incredible transformation. And that is indeed what it is, and that is indeed what it takes to really make it in owning and running your own business. So option one, I'm going to talk a little bit, okay, good. So lit from within. So part of what GLO Cleveland is about is bringing light to the city, and we do that by creating platforms that people can utilize. And one of those is lab studios, which I'll get into on the next slide. But we want people to feel lit from within. And the way that we can do that is by providing a space. So I have a 5,000 square foot warehouse space located at 26 in Lakeside in the campus district of downtown Cleveland. We've only been in existence a little over a year. And that is a space that people can come and network and come to our own signature events, as well as produce their own, which I'll get into as well, more about the space. So we have the signature events, two of which are monthly. We have the social and the beauty bar. Those are both networking mixers. One focused on the fashion and beauty industry and the entrepreneurs in that world, and the other really just on small businesses. So we provide opportunities for people to be vendors at our events, as well as promote them through our social media channels, website, etc. Open Lens, as you can see here, and if you go to, I'll get to it at the end, go to my website, and you can see all about the space. So we have what's called a cyclorama. It's a giant infinity wall. We have one of the only ones in the state of Ohio, if not the only one that is actually able to be used and rented in the city of Cleveland. So the Open Lens is an opportunity for creatives, photographers, models, people that love pop culture and love fashion to come together, network, and create. We just had one on Sunday. It was a meetup. We had over 100 people come, and just tons of photographers, tons of models, and people wanting to showcase their clothing brands and whatnot, and they were able to do that together and create, and it was super fun. I'm going to try to keep my 15 minutes in mind here. Okay, there we go. So Lab Studios here, again, it's a 5,000 square foot warehouse space. It's this really cool raw space, similar to something you would probably find not in Cleveland, maybe in New York. But we have a pop-up shop here, so that's a 500 square foot space that can be rented out. So like a lot of new business owners or people wanting to incubate ideas and try out new products can rent that out by the day. We also offer it as a space for vendors to sell during our events. And our latest event, we actually had a tattoo pop-up shop in there. So we had live tattooing, we had live hair cutting from barbers, some award-winning barbers. Like, we're trying to really do innovative and cool stuff. So we also have an art gallery. As you can see here, this is Bob Peck. He's a local artist, and if you ever come to the studio, when you pull in, you'll see our garage. And it is one of these, basically, but it's the whole garage. So it's really, really cool. We're all about street art, graffiti art, and really supporting urban artists as well. This is just a band utilizing the capsule, which is our infinity wall. And so you can come and really kind of like create whatever you want within that space. It was built specifically for photography, but we use it for all kinds of different things. We do a lot of fashion shows, so people that want to showcase their brand, their apparel line and whatnot can come and use our space. We also have screen printing, which we're going to be offering for a little bit. We didn't have it. We have someone coming back on board, and I think that hits everything. But it's a big event space, so there's a lot that you're able to do there. Option two. So my background is in community practice social work. So everything that I do within my business has how can we impact the community at large. So what we want to do and what we want to instill in others the idea of doing is to take your business out to the streets, bring it to the people. So we did that by starting a campaign called GLO in the Streets. And you'll see me here in the middle, this guy, an incredible photographer and videographer that has come on board as one of our crew members, and then Dale on the side there. Also, the t-shirts that we were passing out, which you can see me at the end for. We have the street campaign. So we went out, Dale's a dancer, we brought a Bluetooth speaker. I literally rolled a rack of clothes, this is during the Cavs finals, through the streets of Cleveland. We had the glow up shirts on, played music, and interacted with people. So next slide will show the actual video footage of us going out into the streets. And play. I think they have to do it back there. So yeah, you can see the energy of the idea of bringing GLO out into the streets, and even from, you know, the little small ones to adults, we asked them on a chalkboard, what makes Cleveland glow? And so we're really trying to interact with people and get them to put value on the city and also on our brand and how we can tie the two together. Lastly, option 3 is, well, wait, maybe it's not lastly, sorry, got ahead of myself. Option 3. So strategic partnerships. I just want to touch on this for a minute because I feel like collaboration is a difficult concept for a lot of people in general, especially people that are entrepreneurs and have said, you know, I really want to go out on a limb and do this on my own. But it's much easier when you do it with other people. So GLO and Lab Studios and the concept of the movement that we're trying to build is really about developing strategic partnerships and figuring out how we can leverage each other's networks, leverage each other's ideas, and leverage each other's brands to grow. So one of those things we're going to be developing, and we have, but we're revamping our membership. So GLO and the studio is a for-profit, but it has a very much like your business, a social enterprise aspect to it. But it's a hybrid model that is incubating over time. So we are probably mostly a cooperative model, so we want to have members that are investing into the business, but in turn, not only are you investing into the business, but you're investing back into the community. Because everyone we work with, every client, every artist, every creative needs our platform to be able to succeed. We also have residencies, so photographers can come in, utilize our private office space or co-working space, and also the studio to be a photographer and whatnot, and we're growing that over time. Collaborations. So right here is a gentleman who is now videotaping for YouTube. This is Manny Hall up in the corner, one of my most incredible collaborations that has really built up over time because we think alike. And he came to me through my Instagram and said, I would love to interview you for my YouTube channel. And ever since then, we've been able to really cultivate this relationship and work together. He's a coach, a business consultant, does a bunch of different things, visionary guy. So we produce now 2 monthly networking mixers, and we utilize each other's networks. And he puts things out on his social media. I put things out on mine. And so we're very much about trade and barter and doing business in a new and unique way that we feel is really going to sustain this model. Also, our GLO crew members. So up here in the corner, These two gentlemen are brothers. They are 17 and 18. One is an incredible visionary photographer, the other an artist. They are now doing a GoFundMe campaign to take themselves to New York to really move their business forward and learn. But at this age, they have a head on their shoulders that I see and know they're going to make it. So for me and for my team and everyone else, we want to be able to support them and mentor them through the process of being an entrepreneur. Anything from how do you copyright your art so someone doesn't steal it, things like that. And then down here we have just some different, actually this guy's been walking around today, Mr. Wayne, he's a bow tie guy. And down there we have a local winemaker and friends of theirs that are Gabby's Kitchen, and so for events, we'll have them come. They cook for guests right there live. We give out samples of wine, but we're really about finding the gems that exist within the city of Cleveland and within these neighborhoods and giving them the opportunity to really hone their craft and have the platform for exposure. So everything we do has that in mind. The last slide, and it's the most important, because of course everyone in this room has a network, and I would love to be a part of yours. So, please take out your phone. No, really, take out your phone. It only takes a minute. I know you all have a smartphone. I know you all have Instagram. Please follow GLO Cleveland, GLO_Cleveland. As soon as I get out of here, I will follow you back. What we want is to grow this movement, and we know that we need everyone in it. And so all the minds that think alike, all the visionaries, entrepreneurs, and small businesses that are here today, we can, one, work together, and two, incubate ideas. So you can utilize my studio, you can utilize me, my team. Josh Lacey here sitting in the audience is a GLO photographer. So entrepreneurs that also had presentations today, he has taken your photos. So if you would like them, get his card. So that's how this works. It's all about building relationships. And thank you, Jumpstart. This has been an incredible opportunity. And if you would like to come up to me after and have any type of conversation, maybe over a drink. Now, is this over? I don't know. Feel free. Okay.